Today on Let's Talk Schools, from chorus and band to art and theater, we'll tell you why our talented fine arts department is so well known in the state of Georgia and across the nation. Hello, I'm Mike Looney, the Superintendent of Schools here in Fulton County, and welcome to another Let's Talk Schools edition. Today we're going to be talking about the third leg of the Fulton County School stool. We have academics, we have athletics, but today we're going to focus on the arts. And we have some of the best fine arts programs in all of the nation. I have two very special guests today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you would be kind enough to introduce yourself to the audience, what you do, and how long you've been with our team.
Thank you so much, Dr. Looney. I am Betsy Epps, and I'm the Visual Art, Dance, and Theater Coordinator in Fulton County, and I've been in this role for 7 years, going on 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm Matt Koperniak. I'm the Performing Arts Coordinator. This is my third year in this role, and excited to be here and serve the students of Fulton County.
You know, I have been amazed since I've been the superintendent. I've had the opportunity to go to several different types of events, and obviously fine arts being some of them. Beautiful theater productions, band productions, you name it, we offer it here in Fulton County Schools. So let's start with the area that you're responsible for overseeing and supporting. And so talk to us a little bit about some of the programming that we offer. And this is a very special month in that we lift up our fine arts programs in many ways during the month of March.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Looney. So I do support the visual art, dance, and theater programs, and across the district, I'm just really proud that we have vibrant theater programs right now. Most of the theater departments are really entrenched in their musical rehearsals for their musical theater productions, which if you have an opportunity, please go to the Schuler Awards that are like the state awards for theater productions. And then the visual art programming, we have so many different things that students can do in the visual art programs in high school and middle school. But I'm particularly proud of our elementary schools. We can say that every elementary school has a music teacher, at least one music teacher and art teacher. Students have art and music each once a week. And it's just, it's a gift to our students. It actually, I believe, gives our students an advantage. The arts that they have opportunity to be involved in Fulton, because they're filling their creativity bucket with all the skills that they're going to need to be successful no matter what path they choose.
You know, and it's not by chance that we do that. First of all, we've had a wonderfully supportive board that's committed funds and ongoing support, but there is a link between students' participation in the arts and academic performance as well. So they're not mutually exclusive, they intersect. And a lot of times what happens in large districts is the arts sometimes is the first to get cut when the budgets get tight. But that's not true here in Fulton. We are committed, and we have, so every elementary school student is exposed to some form of fine arts at the elementary level. Did you say 1 day a week?
Twice a week.
Twice
they
a
get
week.
Music once a week, and they get art once a week. And this is a commitment our board has had. I think it's 30 years, but I'll say at least 25, where the students have access to both arts based on number of homerooms. And it is a commitment by the board, and it's in our budget, and that is unique across the state. Principals often have to decide if they want to offer music or art. But here in Fulton, our students have access to both really rigorous standards-based, each 4 units of really diverse and versatile exposure to arts.
And so I want to ask you one follow-up, Matt. I promise you I'm going to get to you.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
So I was recently at an exhibit in Roswell City Hall.
Yes.
And they had some magnificent, artwork on display.
Roswell Roots, yes.
Yeah, Roswell Roots. And I remember when I was in elementary school, I took art, but the art that we have students doing today in Fulton County School is so much more sophisticated and so much more advanced. Talk to us. What are the kinds of skills? What are the kinds of things they're learning in a fine arts, visual arts classroom?
So it's not just paper and pencil. Students are collaborating with one another. They're talking about and reflecting about their work. They get an opportunity to make mistakes, to take risks with if they're learning a new material. if they're getting a piece of clay. And the magic of it is a student might get a piece of clay or walk into a dark room and we're like, oh my gosh, look what I just did. And the teachers, because of our really, really rigorous curriculum, the teachers set the students up for success by skill building slowly. And so from kindergarten, where they might be learning their basic colors and shapes, which tie into their visual literacy, which ties into literacy, then as they move on by 5th grade, they might be having a larger vocabulary of, tertiary and analogous. And so, but they are exposed to not just painting, not just drawing, but 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, and also cultural connections. And even more importantly, the connections with their other content areas. It's not an accident that a art teacher might be doing Rainbow Fish if the 2nd graders are reading Rainbow Fish. So the students start to see those connections.
That's
yes.
incredible. So Matt, let's talk about your area.
Absolutely.
You are so talented, and we're lucky to have you on the team. How long have you been with the district again?
3 years, but prior to that I was a music teacher at pretty much all levels, elementary through college, for 16 years prior to that. And to reiterate the points about the support of our board over the long term, in the area of music, we've been recognized, Fulton County Schools has been recognized as a best community for music education for 23 years in a row. And that's a distinction from the NAM Foundation. We're the only school district in Georgia to have that distinction for that many years since the award has been available. And that's based on a lot of different factors, funding being one of them, as well as class time and music program enrollment, and so our board's dedication makes that distinction possible.
Yeah, being recognized nationally
absolutely.
For the commitment to the arts. So talk to us about the different opportunities that students in Fulton have, from elementary, middle to high school. What are the kinds of things that they might get their hands and ears and voice in shape with?
Well, we believe that every student is a musician, and so when students begin music in kindergarten and get music 45 minutes once a week, as Betsy mentioned, all the way through 5th grade, they're exposed to so many different styles and cultures and genres of music, so that when they become 6th graders, they get to choose their pathway and hopefully enter into either band or chorus or orchestra, and we hope that they decide to choose a program that they want to stick with for the next 7 years, as our middle school band and chorus programs have so many opportunities for student group success as well as student individual success. Right now it's Music in Our Schools Month in March, but last month in February and ongoing in March, we have our large group performance evaluations, which means our middle school and high school music programs are engaged in their group performance evaluation. That's a statewide assessment sponsored by the Georgia Music Educators Association. So as soon as I leave this interview, I'm going to go hear probably 12 different band performances, all by some of our district schools, and watch them get their evaluations from the judges. At the same time, just this past month, we've had a lot of our students earn success in all-state band, chorus, and orchestra. Those are statewide programs where about 20,000 students statewide compete for a spot in all-state band, chorus, and orchestra, and each year we have a little over 300 Fulton County Schools students earn a position, which is the highest individual honor that our students can achieve. So we're so proud of not only our students, but our music teachers who work around the clock to make these opportunities possible for our students.
Tireless commitment to the boys and girls that are committed to music. And we have a lot of students that actually earn their way to a post-secondary institution with a scholarship in the area of music or band and that sort of thing.
That's right. Many of our students go on to be music majors, but a lot of them go on to study other fields, but still get scholarships to, for example, march in the band in college. For example, in the class of 2022 at Tri-Cities High School, those graduating seniors received $3.4 million in scholarship offers to march in band in college, with many of those students not necessarily being a music major, but still getting to continue music and pay their way in college to do so.
Right, and it all started early in kindergarten and 1st grade here in Fulton County schools, where they take music and learn to sing and learn to play with different types of instruments and kind of explore where their talents and interests are. Just incredible work. And I know that oftentimes when I go to an event, we have students that are highlighted. They're singing the national anthem or they're performing in some regard, and it literally just takes your breath away, that level of talent that our students have. Thank you so much for the work that you do. Is there anything else that you want to share with the viewing audience about the work that we're doing in Fulton, and some things that you think that maybe people don't know about that you'd like to highlight?
So to your earlier point about the link between academics and fine arts, Betsy and I are very proud that the graduation rate for fine arts pathway completers continues to increase. For the class of 2022, fine arts pathway completers had a graduation rate of 98.81%, which
Wow.
is an increase over previous years as well. To earn a fine arts pathway, that means students complete a 3-year sequence in visual art, theater, dance, or music, even though many times the students are in a program that they love, and that's one of the reasons they come to school every day. And so they do it for 4 years, not just the 3 required years of the pathway. And then, Betsy, I'm sure the Fine Arts Diploma Seal.
There are many of our students that earn a Fine Art Diploma Seal, which is awarded by the Department of Education for students who go above and beyond in their fine art of choice, and so they earn 4 full Carnegie units. They do a capstone, and are involved in arts community service. And we have increased that number since 2017. We're almost 700 students earn the Fine Art Diploma Seal in dance, theater, art, or music in Fulton County. I'm really proud of that. We're both proud of that.
So let me ask a question. I know that I've been to several schools and I've seen students, doing graphic design for T-shirts and making different products. Whether they're designing a web page or whether they're designing a piece of, a brochure for some small company or something. How does that fit into the fine arts and the art opportunities that we have here in Fulton?
So it fits in with the visual art programs because there are graphic design classes and photography and film and animation. As a matter of fact, one of our art departments won first, second, and third place in the T-shirt design for the Dogwood Festival 5K that is run as part of the Dogwood Festival. So Fulton County students at a high school, I'm pretty sure it was Cambridge, but won first, second, and third place in the T-shirt design. It might have been Chattahoochee, but anyway. So and with design thinking, and when you look at the creative industries, all of our arts programs allow access for students to have those type of opportunities, whether it's designing sets, fashion design for theater productions, lighting and sound for music productions. And so those opportunities are embedded in our programs across the district.
Well, I personally believe that art is the glue that keeps us all together. I think it's a way to connect us as humans, as students, as adults and students. It just binds us together, and I'm so proud of our school district. I know I'm going to end with this. One of the favorite things that I get to do every year is I get to select the winter holiday card that is designed by students. And I know this year I couldn't choose. They were so phenomenal, so rich, and I had to choose 4. I couldn't just choose one. Our students are so talented. Thank you too so much for your leadership. Thank the employees, the team members that work with you and collaborate with you to make Fulton County Schools one of the premier districts in our country in the area of arts. Thank you so much for watching another Let's Talk Schools. If you want to know more about the arts, go to our district website. Go to a school show, a program, whether it's a band concert, marching band competitions, a choir performing. There's something for everybody. I promise you there are some of the best theater productions you'll ever see right here in Fulton County Schools. As always, thank you for watching. And now, let's go around the district in 90 seconds. Well, that's it for our show this week. Let's keep the conversation going. We'd love to hear from you on our social media platforms. Join us next time on Let's Talk Schools. And as always, thank you for watching.